All right, so we're here with Bill Melvin, the CEO of Buell Motorcycle, and he's going to give us a quick rundown of the EBR 1190 and everything we have going on today. So, how's it going, Bill?
I want to say hello to all the Kaplan America fans all over the world. Kenny's one of our favorites and always has the best videos, which is super fun. So feel fortunate to have you guys on board. Yeah, I mean, we just finished the tech school. So we had service centers here from around the country. Our service team and our engineers had a great session that they did. They went through a couple different bikes, went through the engine, went through a lot of the basics, and went through some of the more technical items that are really, you know, important to make sure that our service centers have the highest level of quality, right? So it was great to have. We had a great turnout from service centers from Oregon, Arizona, Louisiana, Florida, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut. Yeah, so it was really a great turnout for everybody that came. Everyone said it, was probably the best technical information they'd seen in a dealer service meeting.
I agree.
Comparing to some of the bigger OEMs.
Yes.
They said the first day they covered more than they learned, in the first 2 days of the other tech schools. So that was really cool. Obviously we went through the Hammerhead a lot. That's what's out in the field with a lot of the customers. But as you know, the Super Touring is coming soon. I think we can kind of probably walk over here, right? You got prototypes here that we've been testing and working on. We got some new colors that we're checking out. And this is built on the same platform.
Yes.
With a high performance touring model with more wind deflection, saddlebags, a seat that can handle 2 up riders,
right?
More comfort for longer rides. It's got a lower foot position, higher bars. But really, one of the fastest touring bikes in the world.
Absolutely.
And it handles on rails with the beautiful Buell handling and suspension. So we're excited for this to come out in the market. So it's important to get the tech school set up for people to understand how this bike ticks and what makes it work, what to look for. That went really well. And then, the Super Cruiser's coming right behind it.
Yes.
So
one thing I'd like to point out about this bike, and I didn't realize this. I didn't realize this in the pictures, but these ducts right here, this is like supercar ducting. The way it has these louvers and they cut out to the side right there, and the front fairing has ram air ducts as well.
Yep,
it looks phenomenal in person. I don't know if
if you look at this one too. So the wings you can turn them in, turn them out.
Yes.
We also designed this whole platform as a modular platform where you can put different wings on it.
Really?
Change out fairings.
Wow. Okay.
So if you swap out the fairing, put different wings, take off the bags. I mean, really, you're riding a super bike with less wind deflection. So take it from touring to more sport track usage, which is what a lot of people want to do with a bike. At this performance
it's
level.
The jack of all trades. It really is.
Yep.
No, and it really does look phenomenal in person. The clear coat carbon fiber. I like the this kind of cutoff right here with the Buell logo. I think it just looks very clean. It looks great.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that.
That color as well. I don't know if the camera necessarily picks up this color, but this aquamarine kind of, it's beautiful.
It's a hot color, and we thought it'd look great on the bike.
Yes.
Fits a lot of the styling of it. Obviously, the bright colors are fun too.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think that's another cool part about the tech school being here, because you get to have you guys, for an interview, get to have people see stuff that we're working on, meet a lot of our team. I
wish I could show what they showed me beyond the curtain over there. I can't even really speak on it, but there's some phenomenal stuff behind that curtain.
That's the race shop, the confidential prototype area. So.
And you think it's just like one class? Like, no, there's several completely different builds that are all more insane than the last. So they're all really cool.
That's where some of the wild ideas get to come to fruition and and get legs and get on their own 2 feet and take them from there. So I mean, this is concept 1, right, from Roland, which we keep in the factory now. This is a very special bike to me. Going back through my notes and discussions with Roland, he and I started talking about this bike in the fall of 2020.
Wow.
So I mean, we unveiled it to the world in 2023.
Right.
23. We unveiled it in 23 in the spring. But we really started looking at it and discussing it in 2020. Got all that kind of sketched out, the way that that I was looking for it to be, the way he had his styling on it, and then kicked off into the concept after that, which was, really ready to show it to the world in 2023. So obviously people have seen the version 1 prototypes, right? So, we had some things that we tested on this, proved out a lot of the styling. We did clinics on it. We had riders on it. We did test rides and identified some things we wanted to do, like lowering the seat a little bit, narrowing the frame.
Yes.
We have actually, a little update for people. We have identified we're going to be doing drop mirrors.
Yes, you had mentioned that.
These will be coming off. We're going to have cool drop mirrors, which is a great setup.
That's going to look so good.
And then from here, we went into the probably look at this one, the version 2 prototypes.
And these bikes, you could tell these bikes are ridden. These aren't
version 1. This is version 2.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. This is the one we had in Sturgis that Jesse got on and started riding with.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, the gas tank's a little dented up. This thing was, but that shows you how reliable.
Broke the taillight. Yeah. With those burnouts. Yeah.
I mean, you could see how hot the exhaust got. It discolored the whole header. I mean, people have questions about, like, how's it going to withstand drifting, or, what the young kids are going to do with it. But I mean, if what you saw at Sturgis, the bike's going to be every bit of that and more. So I think, I don't think it's going to be any issue, to be honest.
Well, Jesse had it at the red line for pretty much the whole show. So
if that doesn't prove it, then
he got a little test there, which is great.
Yeah.
We had a Memphis Shades put a Road Warrior on this, which is a great looking fairing for this bike.
Absolutely, with the pinstriping too.
Yeah, we did one on one side, but the other side just shows the clean black, which is super stylish.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, which is what's in the photo shoots that we did up in Sturgis with Chopsky and Hot Bike.
Yes, okay.
Photo shoot, it just had before the pinstriping got put on it. So, and then I think, a nice little thing to point out is, not many people have seen this, but we've already got the line set up for the Super Cruiser production.
Yes.
So our team's been testing production times, taking the version 2s, building them up, building them down, building them up, building them down, perfecting the build process and the build sheets. And right now we're building more version 3 prototypes for Daytona.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. So now you can't see at the end, but we've already got the production frames mounted up, production gas tanks here, a lot of production parts coming in every day.
Yes.
So in the next week, we're going to be building up bikes and getting all final touches on them and have those at Daytona.
Right. So, along with some other projects that are beyond that.
Yes. Yeah, we are going to have a couple projects there.
That's cool.
We'll get to show some of the cool stuff that we're working on. Yeah. And some of that's on the Cruiser platform.
Right.
So people will get to see some cool stuff there. But this is exciting for the whole team, right? The company's been growing, been adding a lot of great people to our team, and the engineers have been moving ahead quickly. We got our special build manager, Jacob, working on some cool stuff. But to see the production line getting set up and cruisers being built on the line in volume, that's a really cool thing for the whole company.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge.
There's testing that has to happen after that, final durability, EPA, CARB certifications,
right,
light testing. There's a number of things that need to go on between this run. This is called the production trial run, and final volume production heading down the line.
Okay.
But this is almost all production parts going down this line.
Right. So, you guys already did your homework already. So this is kind of just putting all the pieces together and just making it happen.
Yep. And then all final testing on that. So
right.
Yeah. So that's exciting. It's great for the company. We appreciate everybody's support.
Yes.
It's been great to have the response that the Super Cruisers brought. We are working to bring jobs back to America. Buell is, we hand build American motorcycles here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the highest performance motorcycles built in the U.S. And we're doing everything we can to bring supply chain back to the U.S., right? It's important to us to support American jobs, support American suppliers. The supply chain of the company had been widened under previous ownership. So it is a fully global supply chain with great suppliers all over the world. But we're doing everything we can when it's possible to bring those suppliers back to the U.S., create American jobs, have availability for parts more readily available here in the U.S., and making sure that it has the right quality and style that we want for our customers.
Right.
So we know it's important to our customers. It's important to us too. So we've been very fortunate with that. We got some really cool stuff happening. We told a lot of people we got a deal going with Fox suspension.
Yes.
So those are going to be coming out of, I believe, Minnesota.
And I put that like above Olin's myself. I think that's probably the best suspension that could be on the Super Cruiser, and it's going to be all American, like you said too.
Yep.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's awesome. The frames come out of the Pennsylvania. The gas tanks and fenders come out of Michigan. Memphis shades on the shades. Our engine cases are finished in the U.S. now. They used to be out of Europe. Now they're in the U.S. And a ton of other components. So we've been our supply chain team has been doing really well with that, which is really exciting. So I mean, Buell's back.
Yes.
The Cruiser's many steps closer to volume production
right
for all the customers, people putting in orders. We appreciate your support. Continue with that. Pay attention to Kaplan. He's always got the inside scoop on what's going on with Buell. So
we're looking at the Super Cruiser by the end of this year, production release.
Yep.
Awesome. And what about the Super Touring?
Super Touring is this year.
Really, this year as well. Wow, two phenomenal models. And thank you for taking the time for us to give a quick walkthrough of the Fuel Factory, Bill. And
glad you can make it.
Yeah, I hope you can make your way out to Connecticut sometime soon.
I can't wait to see it.
Museum.
Yeah, I do some wheelies on one of Senior's two strokes.
We'll make that happen for sure.
And also like his little straightaway where he does his rips. Maybe he'll let me do one.
Coming soon.
All right. Thanks.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.